Welcome everyone. In the previous session, we have seen how a function is adopted. Now in this session, we are going to see how to use task in Verilog. Again, a task is similar to that of a subroutine in a program, similar to function. A task is also similar to that of a subroutine. Task is defined within a module and it can be called as many times as required within a procedural block. Now, procedural block is the blocks which come within always. We can assume that behavioral modeling style codes are all procedural blocks. But the advantages of the task is much more than that of a function. Now, how is a task enabled? A task is enabled using this format. We have a format for enabling the task over here. Do it, and this is the task. This is do underscore it is the name of the task. Expression 1, expression 2, they are all the arguments which we give in the task. I've come to the syntax of the task. Now this is the syntax of the task. You can see the task syntax over here. Task, task name. On the right hand side you have task. Task is the keyword and do underscore it is the task name. In your task, you're going to define input, output, in, out. All the ports are declared over here. But when you compare it to the function, you can only declare inputs in the function. All the outputs should be mapped to the function name. And function name can be bit size so that you can map the parameters. Then you write your local variables or any declarations local to the task, like local parameters, wires and registers, which are local to this task function. Begin and end within which you're going to enclose your all your procedural assignments. Then you're going to end the task. This is the body of the task, and this task, using the name of the task, you're going to call it in the main module, similar to calling the function. Now, what are the characteristics of a task? A task can be activated by an event sensitivity list. A task can have activities assigned within it which are event control or time control. So we can enable a task using always at pausage clock, always at negate clock, always as enable. Since it's controlled by an event or sensitivity list, we can use that part. Now, as I told, a task can have input, output, in, out. All the ports can be used over here, but it is not compulsory that you have to use all of this. The choice is left to us according to the coding what we want to design. One task can enable other tasks can function. Again, a task can itself call a task. This details are enclosed in the language reference module, a language reference manual which is supporting recursion. We use the keyword automatic so that the task can call itself, and this makes the task recursive. Similarly, even in function, we use the keyword automatic, which makes the function recursive in nature. Now, all the assignments to the task are passed by its value and not by a pointer to that argument, to that variable. Arguments passed to a task retain the value. Wherever you're passing the arguments, it retains the value in that particular module, in that particular part of the module, or we can tell the environment of use. A wire type argument, a wire type means the module, you're going to save some values. So you're going to give it as wire. Wire type argument passed to the task as input cannot have its value altered. Intermediate signals are all wires. So those values cannot be altered within the task. You can use nets, registers, or expressions within the task. Now we'll see a simple program. First, we will see writing a full adder using task, and then using writing ripple carry adder for using a full adder. And we'll see how to write the modules. So now full adder using half adder. So full adder, all those I'm not interested. Where I'm going to use, I'm writing the program for full adder where half adder is used as a task. New source, Verilog module. We have a full adder program. We are going to use half adder. Inputs to the full adder. What are the inputs? A, B, and C in. We know it is A, B, and C. And the outputs I will give as S and C out. Next. So this is the output. These ports are output ports. Finish it off. Now I get a module over here. So I will write this as A, B, and C. Will follow this modeling style since we are comfortable using this. Put A, B, and C. Output S and C out. Now, what are the intermediate signals we get? We get register. The various intermediate signal is SI, C1, and C2. These are the three intermediate signals we are getting. Now, a task is called on activation of a sensitivity list. So we'll use always at what are the inputs X, Y, X, Y. Here I have A, B, and C. So I'll just put a star. You can also put X, Y, and C in. I'll just put a star which includes all the inputs for which this program is sensitive. The module corresponding to this is sensitive. Now begin. I'll leave this pending because first I have to write the function. Here I'll be calling the task. First I have to write the task. I have to write the body of the task. So let us write the body of the task. So task, what do we have? Task half adder. I'll be calling half adder. No, we don't declare the size of the half adder. It is only the name. Now what are the inputs to the half adder and what are the outputs to the half adder? Input to the half adder is A and B. A1, B1. So to avoid confusion, I'll take it as A1 because this is local to the task. What is the output? Output I'll get sum and carry. S1 and C1. And let me write the logic. Begin. What is the logic? Sum1 is equal to A1 XOR B1. This is giving me the sum. And what is my carry? Carry is equal to A1 and B1. This is my carry. And okay, then I have to give end. Now I am ending this begin. The next statement is end task and end the module. Now here, this task is representing one half adder module. To use it as a full adder, I require two half adders. So the first task, what I'll be calling is half adder. This is how we are going to call this task as we have seen in the task calling function. So here I'll write what is the intermediate sum SI and what is the intermediate carry C1. Okay, I've made C1 over here. So S1 C1 is also over here. So I'll just take it as C11. C11. Okay. So SI and output of this is C1. What are the inputs to the first full adder? It is A and B. Done. This is the first half adder we have declared already. Now the second half adder will be again half adder. What is the output of the second half adder? Exactly sum. I'll be getting C2 and the input will be one input is SI and the other input is C. SI and C. And I have a C out. What is my C out is equal to? C out will be equal to C1 or C2. So what I'll do, I'll assign it later. So I'll give an end over here. Then I'll give assign C out is equal to C1 or C2. You can also write it within the begin always module. You can use as a procedural assignment and you can write this. Assign C out is equal to C1 or C2. This is over with respect to full adder. Here I have two half adders and I've called the task. Now this is how you're going to use the task to write a full adder code. Now the next example we are going to see is using task. Okay, again writing the test bench is similar test bench. Whatever test bench you have for the full adder, you can write the similar test bench and observe the output. So next we'll write a ripple carry adder program, 4-bit ripple carry adder program using the task. Now we are going to do a ripple carry adder using a task, using full adder as a task. So module, we have ripple carry adder. What are the inputs to the ripple carry adder? The inputs to the ripple carry adder are A and B, which is 3-bit or 4-bit. You can design any bit and size. We'll do a 4-bit ripple carry adder, or you can take a 2-bit also. A, B, and I have one input C in. C in will be input, and what are the outputs of the ripple carry? Sum and C out will be your output. Then I'll take one enable signal also in the ripple carry adder, because tasks are based on sensitivity list. They had to be activated. Then I can give input. What are the different inputs you have? Sum and A, B, C in. So 3 down to 0, because I'm discussing about 4-bit ripple carry adder. I'll be having A and B. Then I'll be having input C in and enable. Then we'll go to output. C out is one output. Then what is the next output? Output 3 down to 0. Sum is one, another output. All output should be declared as registers. So register C out, and the other one is register 3 down to 0 S. Done. Now we are going to call a task. Ripple carry adder. Ripple carry adder requires 4 full adders. Now since ripple carry adder has 4 full adders, we will use the for loop. So always at enable. So pause at enable or just an enable, any enable you can give. I'll give pause at enable just to make it as a clogged circuit, or you can give just an enable also. Begin. Now I have to call the task. Before calling the task, we know that it is 4-bit. So we'll use a for loop over here, similar to the function. So first what we will do, we will initialize the I, because we are using for loop, integer I. Now begin. For I is equal to 0, I less than 4 or less than or equal to 3, you can give anything. I is equal to I plus 1. This is my I. Begin. Now I'll be calling the task. Now before calling the task, first let me write the task program completely, then call the task. Now full adder task. Full adder using half adder task. Half adder task I already have. Task half adder, input A1, B1, output, and I've written the half adder task. This is the task for half adder. Now I should write the task full adder. So I will write task full adder. I'll be having all this is not declared in the full adder, will be declared inside the task. So we'll be having task A, B, sin. I'll make the parameters local. So A, B, and C, and I have output and output. This should be declared as registers. Then multiple statements are there. So I will give begin. Begin. Now inside this I'll be having one OR gate, then 2 half adders as a task. half adder. I'm calling half adder as a task, half adder, inputs and outputs. So I'll do one thing, I'll concatenate the outputs and I'll pass it. So instead of giving register SX and output SX, I'll make this as register. I'll concatenate and I'll send it as a single variable. So what I'll do, I'll declare an output sum and carry CS, and this I'll make it as 1 down to 0, which means that I'm both concatenating sum and 0. Here CS of 1 is the carry and CS of 0 is the sum. So I've just written it in this format. Okay. Now all output should be again declared as register. So I have a register 1 down to 0 CS. So this is not required for us now. Now what is my CS is equal to? Now I'll concatenate it. So I will write CS is equal to concatenation of 2 bits, right? So here I'll write concatenation of, first one is C. What I have in place of C, this is nothing but C out. So I'll be having the C out. And what do I have in place of sum? It is S. So this is SX and C out of X. So I'll write this as C out of X. This is C out of X, output C out of X. SI, C1, AX and BX are inputs. S, C2, SI and I'll get the other input what goes over here is CX. So output is C out and SX. These are just parameter mapping. You can map the parameters. End. Now this is the task for full adder I have. I should give end task also. And then I have the task for half adder also. Now I have to call this in the main module. So how will I call? I've already put a full adder, the for loop over there. So I can write full adder of, what are your inputs and outputs? So what is your inputs? A of I, B of I, C of I. These are your inputs. And what is your output? Your output will be, okay, again you can see I'm passing it as a concatenation of bits. So here I will write, what is my output? Here exactly I've taken the keyword as C out. So C out, comma, S. It will be concatenated and you'll get as output A, B, C, I. Done. This is with respect to my full adder. End. Full adder, I'm calling the full adder task. I'm getting the output C out and is it C out? This will be SI and this will be CI plus 1. C of I plus 1. So these are all the intermediate signals which I'll be getting. So I have to write wire 4 down to 0. 4 down to 0. See, because these are intermediate signals what I'm getting. So this is end. And next I can write one more statement. Assign. But before I can write it here itself. What is C of 0? C of 0 is nothing but C in for us. And what is C out? Here I can write C out is equal to C of 4. This is all regarding the full adder. So begin and end is over here. For loop begin and end is done. Now I have a begin over here, so I should end that. This is an end for that begin. And I have a task over here, task full adder, which I've called over here full adder. Scene I've already assigned, and see out also I've assigned. Then I have task half adder, end task, and end module. So this is all regarding your ripple carry adder using task. It is similar to structural model only, but the order of referencing, the syntax and the formatting is different. Again, you can simulate this model and see the results for the ripple carry adder, 4-bit ripple carry adder, what we have done. Thank you.